Jeff Vaughn.
And I'm Lena Wynn. It's like choosing between being shot and poison. Those were the words of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham when asked if he would choose between Donald Trump or Ted Cruz.
Yeah, we're not sure who was the gun and who was the poison, but Graham chose one of them today, throwing his support behind Texas Senator Ted Cruz. We now welcome in KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan for more on today's developments, which included a surprise announcement that one politician is quitting politics, at least for now, right, Dave?
Yeah, that's right. Lots of hand-wringing in Republican circles tonight, that's for sure. We'll see how it works out. The political calculus is working overtime tonight as the presidential candidates, their parties, and the country take stock of where this campaign is right now and what's coming next. High on most lists are a final June Republican showdown in California and a contested GOP convention maybe in Cleveland.
The fact is, we have to bring our party together.
Easier said than done, because even as Donald Trump continues to rack up delegates moving closer to that magic number 1237 that would clinch the nomination, the establishment wing of the party is in an all-out blitz to nominate anyone but Trump. Epitomized by Senator Lindsey Graham's desperate endorsement of his bitter political enemy Ted Cruz, about whom he said just 19 days ago, albeit in a joking way, sort of,
if you killed Ted Cruz on the floor of the Senate and the trial was in the Senate, nobody could convict you.
Today, less than 3 weeks later, Graham was telling a different story to CNN political correspondent Dana Bash, endorsing Cruz.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a fundraiser with and for Senator Cruz. I think he's the best alternative to Donald Trump. He's certainly not my preference. Senator Cruz is not, but he's a reliable Republican conservative, of which I've had many differences with. I doubt Donald Trump's conservatism, and I think he'd be a disaster for the party.
Marco Rubio, who dropped out of the race last week after a crushing Trump blowout in Florida, was back in Washington, still clinging to the hope that Trump can be stopped.
Hopefully there's time to still, prevent a Trump nomination, which I think would fracture the party and be damaging to the conservative movement.
Trump needs to win slightly more than half the remaining delegates to clinch the nomination, including the biggest prize, 172 California Republican delegates. But if he falls short, Republicans would be facing the first contested GOP convention in 40 years. Elected delegates are required to vote for their candidate only in the first round of balloting. CBS News reports the Ted Cruz and John Kasich campaigns are already trying to pry away delegate support if it goes to a second round of voting. Party rules won't be finalized until the convention gets underway and could be manipulated to benefit one candidate over another. And other names could be placed into contention for the nomination, like House Speaker Paul Ryan, who has repeatedly said it won't be him.
It's not going to be me. It should be somebody running for president.
But Ryan doesn't deny a contested convention may be likely.
This is more likely to become an open convention than we thought before. So we're getting our minds around the idea that this could very well become a reality.
Truly in historic territory.
Political historian Terry Madonna says a brokered convention could split the party wide open.
It's hard for me to believe that Trump supporters are just going to allow some kind of deal-making to go on between the other candidates.
Well, for his part, Senator Marco Rubio told reporters today he doesn't want to be anyone's vice presidential running mate. He won't be running for governor of Florida, and he will finish out the final 10 months of his Senate job and then become a private citizen, dropping out of electoral politics, at least for now.
Right. We'll have to see about that.
Yeah.
So where does Donald Trump stand on his delegates, and what do you think he needs to do in California and all these other states to get the nomination?
He's still got a lot of work ahead of him, believe me. This is not clinched by any stretch of the imagination. It'll take 1,237 delegates, and Trump is more than halfway home with more than 670 pledged delegates right now. Of course, there are a lot of other primaries between now and the June 7th California primary, but most observers, as we said in the report, believe Trump will have to win about half the 174 California delegates, or pretty close to that, to be able to nail down the nomination before the convention. He does not want to come to Cleveland, still needing more delegates to win, because then, as we reported, the convention rules and the full court press of his opponents could deny him the nomination. Jeff?